In this video, we will be practicing finding a percent of a number. So in class, we talked about the different uses for finding a percent in the real world, such as finding the amount that you should leave for a tip. So to start, we will be using proportional reasoning to find the percent of a number. So how we will set up each problem is our percent over 100 and set that ratio equal to part over the whole. So we'll start with our first example. What is 30% of 50? So again, we are working with our percent over 100 and setting that equal to the part over the whole. Now in this case, we know that our 50 is going to be the whole. We are looking for the part, so the 30% of 50. So we would set this problem up 30 over 100, because we have 30%, is equal to a number over 50. From here, we use proportional reasoning. So we think, what number, how did I get from 100 to 50? We realize that our number is getting smaller, so we divided by 2. 100 divided by 2 will give me 50. So whatever I do to the denominator, I also do to the numerator. 30 divided by 2. So we know that 30 divided by 2 will give us an answer of 15. So to answer our original question of what is 30% of 50, our answer would be 15. Now that one was pretty simple because we could easily get from 100 to our denominator of 50. We'll do another example. What is 25% of 80? So again, we're putting our percentage, 25, over 100, and setting that equal to a number that we're looking for over 80. Now, as you might have realized already, we cannot get from 100 to 80 by simply multiplying or dividing. So in this case, we will have to simplify our first fraction. To simplify 25 over 100, we could divide both the numerator and the denominator by 25. The new fraction that we are going to be working with from here, 25 divided by 25 is equal to 1, and 100 divided by 25 is equal to 4. So now, instead of using 2/5, or 25 over 100, we are going to be using 1/4. Now we're going to set 1/4 equal to our original question mark over 80. Now, 4 times what will give us 80? 4 times 20. Again, whatever we do to the denominator, we do to the numerator. So we will multiply our numerator by 20 as well. And now we can see 1 times 20 gives us a new numerator of 20. So to answer our question, what is 25% of 80? 20. So just to reiterate, whenever you cannot get your denominator of 100 to your other denominator, you simplify that fraction to give you a new denominator that is a factor of your other denominator. We'll do another example of this. 50% of 86. Now 50% is really quite simple. You don't really even need to set up a proportion. We know that 50% is equal to 1/2. So we think of this as just taking half of 86. And to take half of a number, you simply divide that number by 2. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 2 times 4 is 8. We subtract and get 0. So we bring down our 6. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. We are left with a remainder of 0. So 50% of 86 is 43. We will do one more final example. We are taking 75% of 36. So again, we're setting up our two proportions. We have 75 over 100, and we have a denominator of 36. We are looking for this number. Okay, you might realize that we cannot get from 100 to 36. So we will need to simplify our first fraction. We can do this by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 25. $75 divided by 25 gives me a new numerator of 3, and 100 divided by 25 gives us a denominator of 4. Now we will now use this fraction and set it equal to our original question mark over 36. So we think, how did we get from 4 to 36? Multiply by 9. So whatever we do to the denominator, we also do to the numerator. And 3 times 9 would give us a new numerator of 27. So to answer the question, what is 75% of 36? The answer would be 27. And that's just a quick review of finding the percent of a number.